First official week of summer means chaos going in these stores, packing up the boys, spending extra money. You know, it's that time of year.
Making it brighter right through the gray.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole if you are new, and thanks so much for clicking on this week's weekly grocery haul. We went to Sam's Club this week. We did a drive up, nothing huge. We will do our June stock up haul next week, hopefully, if the savers things, whatever, instant savings, y'all, this brain of mine, if that starts when we do our shopping, we'll definitely do our stock up haul next week. Aldi and Walmart, I mean, the chaos and the anxiety was at anxiety today, y'all. That's why I don't go into the big Walmart, and I mentioned it in the video because there's just too many people in there. They have rearranged ours. I don't know where anything is, and it is just a hot mess. Little Walmart for life. Let me take you down to the counter and show you what we got at all three stores laid out at all the same time. I know, crazy. All three stores at one time. Can you believe this? First full week of summer, we've got Sam's Club. We did a drive up back there. Ran into Walmart. That was chaotic because we went to the big one. Do not recommend. And then Aldi. At Aldi, we spent a total of $65.15. Not too shabby for what we got. Got a loaf of bread. PB&Js are flying in this house now that it's summer all the time, but especially now. Got these Love and Fresh deli rolls. We're going to be making Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes on Monday, so the day before we go do our other grocery shopping, and I like these deli rolls for them. Super good if you toast them up in the air fryer. Got a bag of just plain garden salad. I'm going to be making a tuna pita this week. I've made it before. I will try to link the original Instagram that I got it from if I can find it for y'all. It's really, really good, and I haven't had it in forever, and you put some just regular basic salad in there and got that one. Speaking of the tuna pita, I needed some diced cucumbers to go in it. So I got 2 of the English cucumbers there. They're a little bit cheaper than Walmart. Their grapes, the green and the red, were both on sale again today. Not as cheap as it has been, but pretty good deal versus some of the other stores. And I wanted to get green, but Waylon wanted to get red because it's his favorite. And I have been enjoying the red, so I wasn't mad about it. Got 2 of the almond milks for protein coffee, protein cereal, tray, all the things. I did get a liquid egg white. Why are these like $6 now? Not at Aldi, but at Walmart, they're like $6. These were still expensive, but I am totally out. I haven't been buying these as much, even when in the cut, and I don't plan on it when going to maintenance eventually here soon. But I have this on plan for some things coming up, and I'm out. Like I said, I like to have it on hand just in case. Got some of the whipped cream cheese spread for toast and for bagels and stuff, for Trey especially. He loves it. Pretty good deal over there at Aldi. Also, speaking of Trey, I got him the vanilla non-fat Greek yogurt. We are totally out of yogurt except for plain, which I will be out at the end of this week because I've been eating it and all the things for yogurt bowls. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did get some blueberries. They're finally on sale, the real ones. I love the frozen ones, you guys know, but if they're on sale, the fresh ones, I always pick them up just to snack on. Speaking of snacking on fruit, we got 4 of the strawberries because they were on a killer deal. I was gonna get 2 of the 2-pounders at Sam's, but this equated to be cheaper to get it like this. So that's the route I went. I've been flying through them, y'all. Like 200 grams of strawberries is a lot of strawberries, like half of these packages, and I eat that like almost every meal depending on certain days. So 4 of those for me. I got 1 of the Moo Tubes and the cotton candy and melonberry to add to the boys. We have some, but just in case. I did pick up the Boulder Snack 100 count bags. I need some of the sandwich ones, but I feel like we can get away with doing the snack size versus the sandwich ones, you know, and they were pretty cheap. Also got a bunch of s'more stuff. So I've got one of those s'mores makers, and we're going to be making s'mores all summer. We're doing Summerween stuff. I've got parties planned, all the things, but just on a regular, using that little thing right on the back porch, like how fun. So I needed to stock up on s'mores stuff. So I got the graham crackers. They were on sale right now at Aldi for a good deal, and we have like 1 sleeve and that's it. Also got the shells and cheese. This is a knockoff to the Velveeta macaroni and cheese. The boys have been loving so far for the days we've been off of school, macaroni and cheese and like hot dogs or chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese, just something different than a PB&J and some of the other things y'all hear me make for them all the time, just to switch it up. So I got that to see if they would like it. Also got these mini muffins in the strawberry because I saw on Pinterest a lot of people making like strawberry shortcake in a bag, like to go, you know, like walking tacos, but like a walking strawberry shortcake. I thought that was so fun for summer, and they specifically use strawberry, and I know it's not a common flavor that they have all the time in these, and being that they were like on clearance, I went ahead and got them for that. How fun. Got the chili beans for tonight. We're making burrito bowls, so needed a can of that. Also got some crumbled feta cheese for the tuna pitas. This is such a good deal for a 4-ounce popping up versus Walmart. They are like tripping over there for how much they want for feta cheese. And then I needed some bite-sized round tortilla chips for the boys. We still do nachos for Taco Tuesday. Even if they're not going to school, they love the Taco Tuesday. And we have 0 chips, so got chips to re-up. Also got a block of the third less fat cream cheese for a recipe this week. Jumbo hot dogs for the boys for the lunches I was talking about. We are down to just 1 package of like deli Swiss cheese, or deli sliced cheese, I should say. And I'm using that for the Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. So this is just for sandwiches. We ran out the sliced Swiss cheese, and I think it was on sale. Got a pound of ground chicken. It is cheaper at Aldi than at Walmart. That is for the burrito bowls tonight. Speaking of the s'more stuff, have y'all ever made a s'mores with a Reese's? And yes, I say Reese's. You do you. I have not eaten it myself, but I heard it's life-changing, and I think the boys have had it before. But this 8 count was way cheaper at Aldi than it was at Walmart for the same exact thing, so I went ahead and got it there. Same price as Walmart. As you're going to see, we got the other flavor over there, but I went ahead and got it since we were there. One less thing to have to pick up for the 6 full size of the Hershey bars that will last a while. And then I've also seen people on social media make s'mores with the fudge stripe cookies, and these are so much cheaper than the name brand or the Walmart brand. And you basically take the marshmallow and you squish it in between 2 of these cookies with the chocolate on the bottom. The chocolate melts. I thought that was delicious sounding, so I got that for the boys too for our s'mores variety. So that's everything we got for $65.15. Moving on yonder to Wally World, we spent $34.70. We did go in and get some like hand soap and stuff like that. That's not in this haul, not in the budget, and that's why I went to the big one because the little one does not have it, but I will not do that anytime soon. Oh my gosh, the anxiety and the stress of that big one is just not worth it. I got the Joseph's pita bread. These are for my tuna pitas, and also just love these for everything. These are delicious, y'all. I love these versus the ones from Aldi. They're a little bit more expensive, but worth it in my opinion. 60 calories, 6 grams of protein. Got a gallon of 0% milk. They don't sell the gallon of 0% at Aldi. It goes from like 1 to full fat. I don't know. But I got that for Ninja Creamies for me and the boys for cereal. We are out of milk. Got a bell pepper for the Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes for my early morning days. So yes, I will be going to the gym 1 to 2 times per week early in the morning because of the new summer schedule. I have to go before the hubs leaves for work, get back to watch the kids, that type of thing. And I'm going to do some caramel rice cakes with some protein powder with water, like as a paste or an icing on top. I thought that'd be good for those early morning days to eat on the go versus the cereal. 50 calories for a rice cake. So y'all haven't seen rice cakes in a while, but that's what that's for. Got 5 ears of corn. Now it was available at Aldi, but it was cheaper to go this route. However, it was looking mighty sad, so it's not quite in season yet from what I hear. The one at Aldi looked good. I mean, it might have been genetically modified the house. I don't know. But these don't look bad either. So we're going to give these a whirl. Y'all know I love these. Cut them up in half. Make them in the air fryer. So that's the plan on the side of some dinners this week. I think we're making cracked chicken, and we're going to use either like tortillas, the pitas, or some buns I have on hand, and some fresh corn just sounded good. Cottage cheese shortage again. I don't know what's going on, but they did not have the big tubs. They did not have any other 2% variety. All they had was full fat. Literally, they had 4 of these little daisies, so I picked up 2. It pained me because this little one is about the same price as the big one. So I paid double for the, it pained me, but I needed it. They didn't have none at Aldi, no brands, nothing at Aldi. It was totally wiped. So I don't know what's going on. Everybody's on their cottage cheese game. The sharp cheddar cheese blocks and the bags are still $1.97 at Walmart. The blocks weren't, but now they've included them. And until I do my stock up haul next week and get the sharp cheddar block from Sam's, I got this 8-ouncer to tide us over for recipes. Plastic cheese is a must, and we only have a couple of slices. I'm going to be eating a bunch of this next week on plan. So went ahead and got it at Wally World. Onion for a recipe. Long grain rice. I got the 5-pounder because this equated to be way cheaper than the Aldi one. Now granted, Sam's Club, if you get like the 25-pound bag, it's cheaper too, but this fits great in my big mason jar. So I got this one, and it was cheaper, like I said, to get it over at Walmart. The cookies and cream Hershey bars. The boys say that this is the best s'mores ever. My brother-in-law too. They say it's the best version. If you take the cookies and cream with the marshmallow and graham cracker, it's the best combo. So I got these. They were on rollback, same price as the other one. Box of macaroni and cheese, the Great Value Thick and Creamy. These are like 58 cents, y'all. I made that ranch one. The boys were not impressed with the ranch, okay? Just letting you guys know. Update. for $1. They were like, it don't taste like ranch. I was like, okay. I mean, they ate it. They were like, it's good, but it's just not blowing me away with ranch. I was like, I'm not going to spend the extra money then. We got to get this one for our hot dog days. Speaking of hot dogs, I got the Bunny 12 hot dog buns. They were out of the other ones. I think it's the 18 count, the Mrs. Baird's or whatever. I will get those eventually, but this is for the chicken minis by Michaela Thomas Fit. We are obsessed with those. I have that on plan. And like I said, for the boys, hot dogs. Speaking of the chicken minis, I have a little bit of these Just Bare lightly breaded chicken breast bites, but not enough. And the boys will eat this on the side with macaroni for a lunch option too. I'm kind of upset with the raspberries. They were on a good price, but y'all know when you do the pickup, a lot of times they put this stuff in the freezer, coolers. I guess this was in the freezer because they were like frozen when I brought them in. And I know that will kind of like, you know, make them go bad a little bit more. I don't know. So we're going to eat these up real quick, but they were good priced. Got the bananas. I'm eating a crap ton of bananas this week because of the early morning days, and it just is a good carb source to eat, and I enjoy it. They finally had the Members Mark original beef jerky sticks. So there's 9 grams of protein and 90 calories for each one. My store has not had these available in forever, and everybody raves about them, so I'm so glad to get them. And guess who's been loving these? Trey. He's been loving the turkey ones, but Waylon is a beef jerky fan. He does not like the turkey, so I got these to see if he will eat those as well, but I'm excited about those for myself. And then I got them the Kit Kat wafer with fudge, 15 bars in here. They're exclusive to Sam's Club, it says on the app, so I don't know. But they look delicious. They're 190 calories a bar, which is not bad if you're tracking. So you can incorporate them too if you're tracking macros. Fruity Pebbles, we do not need cereal. I still have some of those that I hauled last week, you guys saw, but they were on an instant savings, and I'm not going back until, you know, they redo the instant savings. And this is such a good deal for 2 bags. It's cheaper than I paid for that 30-ounce bag. There's 38 ounces in this, so I should have got this last time, but it didn't have marshmallows, so it's fine. And then also something that was on instant savings I wanted to get in my stock up haul, but they were out of stock, was the Glad Press and Seal I told y'all. This will last me all year if I buy them this 2-pack, and that's why I wait for them to go on instant savings and I get a better bang for my buck. So pick that up because I am almost out of my last roll. So that's what we got at Sam's Club, Wally World, and Aldi this week for our first official week of summer. Last week of May until we do our June stock up haul. Meal plan is next. Meal plan for May 27th through June 2nd. Tuesday the 27th, which is tonight that I'm filming this, we're having those burrito bowls. For Wednesday the 28th, we're gonna do the crock pot cracked chicken. I will have that link down below with corn on the cob on the side. Thursday the 29th, we did not do the crock pot mushroom pork chops last week. Because of scheduling and crazy life be a lifin', I had to bump that. So I have all the ingredients y'all saw me buy last week, so it was a no-brainer to put it on the meal plan this week. Mashed potatoes and green beans. Friday the 30th, we're gonna have leftovers of the cracked chicken. Saturday the 31st, we're gonna go out to eat for my birthday. It's also the official last day of the Next Level Shred, so I'm excited to finally go out to eat, have a little bit of leniency, you know? Sunday the 1st is actually my birthday, but we're gonna go eat the night before. We're gonna do those chicken minis I mentioned from Michaela Thomas Fit with some seasoned French fries I still have in the freezer. For Monday the 2nd, we're gonna have those Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes with more of those seasoned fries. For breakfast, I'm gonna do the avocado cottage cheese on those everything but the bagels that I got on clearance way back when. I have just enough to do that for the week with strawberries on the side. So I got so many strawberries because I'm eating them for breakfast and for lunch. The tuna salad pitas. And for dessert, we're gonna have yogurt bowls, protein bars, just something easy for desserts. I don't overcomplicate that at all. I make everything stupid simple, but I especially have my dessert be stupid simple throughout the week. So that is the meal plan this week to get us through this first official week of summer. So that's gonna do it for this week's grocery haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Smash that button right now. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. We're gonna do one of these every single week. We gotta be eating and we fly through the food here. Again, stock up haul next week if the instant savings is on. If anybody has any insider information about the instant savings, drop it in the comments down below. Also, what are your kids eating you out of house and home already? I know a lot of y'all have the same schedule as me. Some of y'all's kids are just now getting off of school for summer when you're watching this. So let me know, like, what is go-tos for summer? I got all the s'more stuff. We definitely want to win over our budget. We spent a total of $158, by the way. I did not mention that earlier. We definitely went over our budget more than I wanted to, but again, summer stuff And a lot of these things that y'all seeing me buy, like the stuff we bought from the stock up haul for May, some of those things we haven't even tapped into yet. That's gonna last us like most of the year as far as non-food stuff, and even some of the food things we got. So I'm trying to get the things I know we use all the time, so it saves us in the long run. I'm not constantly buying it and overpaying on it, if that makes sense. I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. Y'all have an amazing week, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.